Story is President Donald Trump getting ready to leave Walter Reed Military Hospital, where he's been treated for COVID-19. The president announced on Twitter that he will be discharged at around 5:30 p.m. Houston time.
And these are live pictures from the hospital in Bethesda, Maryland, where supporters have gathered to wish the president well since he was admitted on Friday. Today, the president's doctor gave an update on his condition.
Over the past 24 hours, the president has continued to improve. He's met or exceeded all standard hospital discharge criteria. He'll receive another.
Treating the president at Walter Reed included several forms of medication.
Channel 2 health reporter Haley Hernandez is live at the Texas Medical Center with a closer look at that treatment. Haley.
Yeah, hey guys, so his doctors in that press briefing were saying that President Trump has received world-class treatment, including the drug remdesivir. And earlier today, I spoke to local doctors about how that drug and the other treatments that the president has received is helping to fight against COVID-19. The White House said President Trump has received a combination of drugs, including vitamin D. No surprise, since vitamin D is showing benefits with COVID-19. Zinc, which has several antiviral effects, much like why these over-the-counter drugs tend to get a lot of attention during cold and flu season. Baby aspirin was also not surprisingly given, considering clotting is a complication of COVID. Famotidine, the main ingredient in this antacid, was also given as it's believed to slow viral reproduction. And finally, President Trump took remdesivir, one of the drugs thought to be most promising in COVID-19 patients and until recently, the most complicated for hospitals to obtain.
Since late September, it just became commercially available and any hospital can purchase it.
Up until a few weeks ago, Dr. Luis Ostrowski with Memorial Hermann and UT Health said he had to ask the state health department for permission to get remdesivir, meaning in the past, typically only the sickest patients get a chance to try the drug. That's not to say the president is among the sickest patients, but he did get first-class treatment for getting it.
I call remdesivir the U-turn drug. If you give it at the right time, which is where before the patient is really on a ventilator, before they're too sick, it really makes a U-turn and steers the patient away from the ICU, and they just do better.
And we also heard from doctors that the president is going home with dexamethasone, which is a steroid. That is one of the only drugs that has consistently been proven to help with COVID-19 symptoms. Guys, I got to say, too, that every patient I've ever interviewed with coronavirus has been given some form of a steroid.
All right, Haley, and before we let you go, we know the president was on oxygen at some points during his hospital stay over the weekend. Is oxygen a typical treatment for a patient with COVID?
Yeah, Christine, actually it is, especially if their oxygen is low. We heard from doctors that at some points that the president's oxygen did go a little bit low. That is one of the dangerous aspects of this virus, that oxygen can plummet to a low level even if the patient isn't feeling short of breath, isn't feeling the symptoms. But doctors also say that it can be given as a therapeutic, as in it could just be given to make a patient feel better as well. So coming up at 6 o'clock today, I'll have more on the use of oxygen, as well as we know that the president took the Regeneron antibody treatment, which is something that Houstonian patients can get from right here at UT Health. I'll explain more coming up at 6 o'clock.
All right, Haley, we look forward to your report at 6. Thank you.